Alright, we are once again back with Lords of the Fallen. Am I logged in correctly? Let's see. Still getting used to the whole... Huh, it didn't show up though. Whatever, it shows up there, so... Maybe I'll have to mess with it later. But yeah, where I last left you, we are about to fight the Hushed Saint, which is a really annoying boss fight. Probably one of the worst in the game.
Good as I am, luck in a battlefield can be a treacherous pair.
Mostly because it's invincible while it's on its horse, which is annoying as hell. And that bullshit. He does a lot of like teleporting on and off the horse, which doesn't really do anything for me. But she has a really cool sword that you can only get if you complete her quest. And I've screwed that up every other time I've done a playthrough of this game. So hopefully the goal is to not do that again. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not super worried about it. I wouldn't even be playing this if I wasn't just like completely bored out of my mind. That and the game deleted my save file, which is annoying. It managed to do that twice. I don't know that there's any game in history that's ever deleted a single player console save twice. Like, via the cloud somehow. That's really bizarre to me. Such is life. I hate that move. Are you coming off this horse ever? Because, I mean, I can shoot magic at you, it just doesn't do anything. Ugh. What a scumbag. Okay, I see. We have annoying grab attacks too, I forgot about those. Okay, somehow that hurts me. Yeah, teleporty fucking bullshit. Awesome. What is this? I just hate this moveset so much. He does eventually stay off the horse, which is, you know, ideal. Kind of sucks that, I mean, the reason you don't want to do her side quest on the first run is because she actually invoices you every time you ask her to help, and she's not any better than any of the other choices for free AI that the game gives you to help you with boss fights, so it's like, why would you pick her if you're gonna lose part of your souls from the boss fight for doing so? Especially like on the first run when the game is not giving you as many souls, so... It's doing a lot better now. I definitely could not have recommended this game at launch, because it was, broken, but it's mostly been fixed. I would compare it kind of to Bloodborne if you've ever played that. Let's see here. This is the part of the game where there's lots of like long, narrow corridor type areas with lots of cliffs. And it just kind of gets old for me. Like once you get out of this level, several levels after that are just kind of all very samey. But yeah, I think the kind of cool thing they tried to do with this game was to give it like a Soul Reaver, like in between two worlds sort of a thing. And they kind of made it similar to like Sekiro, where you get that second chance to continue fighting if you die. But the gimmick is that it throws you in the Umbral dimension,
You're smelly.
and enemies non-stop spawn. It starts slow at first, but then it increases more and more. Oh, do they dislike each other? I mean, I like both Elden Ring and Bloodborne, and I don't know. No one's ever told me that before.
The ones who inhabit this swamp, including the so, in case they.
I don't know. I like all kinds of stuff, and
He only liked you.
I don't really
He just does
get
so.
too into like
Hello again.
being rude to people who don't like the stuff that I like. I'm like, that's fine. You don't have to.
May your path be blessed.
I'm too old and tired to like, I don't know, hire a hacker and fly to your house and force you to play games you don't want to play. It's just too much work. Yeah. But I loved Elden Ring. I beat the DLC. I played that game multiple times, multiple builds. Good game. Bloodborne, I think if you want to do a magic build, it's kind of hard until the end game, so that makes it a little bit frustrating for people that wanted to have like a magic meta, I guess, right off the bat. Especially since it's tied to the arcane stat as well. It's like, it's not easy to like have an arcane build in Bloodborne unless you just really like dying in the beginning. Kind of same for Sekiro. There's really no like magic-y kind of stuff in that game. It's all about the deflection kind of setup. Is there like a... oh yeah. I must have forgot to use that. So I'm like, I don't have a full stack of healing potions. And it's kind of silly not to. Yeah, I liked both of the Final Fantasy remakes. I did a lot of guides for Rebirth when it came out. The only thing I really didn't like about the Final Fantasy 7 Remake 2 or whatever was I didn't like that they tied certain combat aspects to like mini games and stuff. That was like a weird decision to me, but oh, gotcha. Yeah, to each their own. Like, I didn't like Sekiro very much the first time I played it. I don't know why. I think it's just because it was new. There weren't really any guides. So there wasn't, like, good ways to cheese, like, annoying enemies. But, you know, like, speedrunners get a hold of a game and then they find out some really cool, wacky shit that you can do. So once, like, I replayed it again, like, several years after it came out. Probably, like, a year ago-ish. And it was a lot more enjoyable with, like, more more cheesy strats being available to like mess around with. That thing is... Let me see, do I still have any of these? Yeah, we do. Okay. Those swirly items are like a mimic, so you don't want to grab them unless you're in the Umbral Dimension. And you want to grab them with an attack, otherwise you'll take damage and you'll lose the item, so that's no fun. I know there's like a board I can kick for like a shortcut somewhere, but I forget where it is. Was it this? Did I already do it? I don't know. I just ate some enchiladas and they were spicier than I thought they were going to be. So I'm kind of like recovering from spicy food. Let's see here. Meow. I like a little bit of everything. When I was younger, I used to play like pretty much exclusively like turn-based RPGs, and now I mostly just play more action like RPGs, but there are different things that I enjoy too. Like I'll play I'm a huge fan of like the Soul Calibur fighting game series. Yeah, the pianos were interesting. There was only one song that gave me a lot of trouble, and it was Two Legs, Nothing to It. The rest of them I think I beat within like 2 to 3 tries. Not like a brag or anything, they just didn't really like... I played like a lot of rhythm games when I was younger too, like DDR and stuff, so I think there was already a little bit of like a skill built in, so it didn't really like mess with me too much. I say that, but then like I was debating whether or not I was gonna replay Drakengard 3, but the final boss is like this weird rhythm game enemy, and it's extremely difficult. Like even for people that play rhythm games, like it's just really rude because you can only you can't miss even one button press or you die. So it's like, I think there are like several hundred button presses with varying difficulties. Yeah, there's some stuff about that game that I thought was like, why? Like, didn't make it like bad overall. It was just like, why is this a thing? But that's pretty much any game, honestly. The enemies are fighting each other, I guess. You do. That only happens in like 2 spots in this game. In the Elden Ring DLC, there's this spot where like an entire town is fighting this undead dragon, and it's rough because if the enemies see you and everybody's your enemy, the dragon's your enemy, and the townsfolk are your enemy too for some reason, even though they're all trying to kill the dragon, then everything kind of gangs up on you, and it makes it really, really difficult to be alive. Yeah, I had to give myself a break from Rebirth because it was just so time-consuming, like all the additional like side content, like everything in that game is just like takes quite a bit of time. So I took a break from it because like the last couple years it's just been like non-stop good RPGs getting released like every 5 seconds. It's crazy. And since I do like a lot of guide videos on YouTube, like I needed to like move on to my next project, sort of a thing. The One-Winged Angel one, I think a couple of people have beaten it on YouTube. I looked at it and I laughed and I was like, that's definitely not for me. I know it's a reward from giving Johnny I think getting the 7-star trophy for giving Johnny all the like stuff. Look at me, I know all the words. The stuff. the rewards that you get for doing all the side quests and various other things. Uh-oh, the red monster's gonna come and eat me for lunch if I don't hurry up. Yeah, I'm usually a completionist of the games that I touch on my YouTube channel. But sometimes, like, if 3 games are coming out really fast, like, there's not enough time in a day for me. Because I'm a solo, like, channel. It's just me, there's no one else here, like, helping, so... I don't have time to do it, it doesn't get done. Sort of a thing. Oh, is that red asshole still here? Get away. Rude. Alright, this should make him go away. Well, or at the very least, if I die, I'll be able to respawn here. Let's see, meow. I need to get my magic stats up. That is for sure. But yeah, kudos to people who can do stuff like that. That's just, that's not gonna be something I try to aspire to do, that One-Winged Angel thing. It's redonk. Especially, like, because I only play on a controller. I don't play that game on PC. I don't know how well that would go with 2 analog sticks, and yeah, I think that would just not end up well for me. It'll just sound really bad and give whoever's listening a headache. But I have like 0 musical talent or inclination. Like, I wish I did. That would be cool if I could actually like play an instrument, but yeah, I cannot. It would just sound like, I don't know, really bad. Probably just as bad as when I start singing, but I enjoy singing, so I don't know, like I sing in my car, and much to the dismay of anybody that has ears, I would imagine. It doesn't seem to annoy my husband, but we'll see how that goes. Maybe someday he'll leave me in a fiery rage from having to listen to too much shitty music. I doubt it. I think we're on pretty good terms, but... yeah, that's definitely not a reward at all, in my opinion. Another really difficult piano song to mess around with in Final Fantasy Rebirth. I'm like, that's the opposite of a reward, sir, actually, for me. Can we, I don't know, come up with something different, maybe? Like a super fancy hidden materia or something. I hate those. Oh yeah, I think I'm about to die. Let's get this over here before I do die. There we go. I should just use magic, it'll be easier. Alright. Yeesh. There are a lot of those. I think there's like a mini boss over here. Oh boy. Those enemies that have that blue dot on their life bar are actually like anchored in the umbral dimension. So like you can't hurt them until you've gotten rid of whatever the parasite that's attached to it is. Oh boy. I just want to move over there to go fight that mini boss, but these enemies keep wiping out my health bar. The rudeness. Alright, y'all are giving me a headache. I mean, it's not a bad idea to like take a break from games like that, because if you do them too often in a row, you're not going to build like really any muscle memory. So I would say like, even though those are like harder things for you to do, like I would just try to like play them a couple times a day, and eventually like your muscle memory will... You'll be like, how am I doing this? Sort of a thing. The magic of muscle memory. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully I don't get murdered by this guy. Alright, we got rid of his stupid anchor. Somehow I missed him. Oh yeah. He kind of has a gimmick too. He does this like revival spell. Oh shit, I got murdered. Yeah. I mean, other than that, like if you have a friend that can help you do it too. Alright, whatever. Guess we gotta do it this way. Where the heck did you come from? Oh boy. Let's just run up here. Yeah, I don't like letting things kind of get to a point where they consume me, like, it just, I don't know, becomes uncomfortable. Lots of breaks, I think, are good with anything in life, like, especially things that are challenging. It's like, ugh, I don't want to do all this mess all at once. Did I get that blue thing? Okay, good. Yeah, Black Myth Wukong is the next one I'm covering, which is why I've been kind of like silent on my channel lately, because if there's not a game I want to play, like I'm just not gonna play games. I'll do other stuff, like Dang, that thing got me again. I need to probably equip some holy damage negation, since he keeps buffing up with holy stuff. That'll probably help a little bit. Let's see here. I think that's my best holy negation helmet. I think there's one with like 200. Yeah, that one. What else do we get? Pretty sure it's the Radiant Purifier one. But he also does physical damage, so I need physical as well. 86 or 108? I think I'll take the 108. I'm not even wearing one of my rings. I think I have a ring that mitigates holy damage. There we go. Additional fire and wither. What else do we have? I think I'll just leave that for now. And then... no, I'll use this thing, because then I can cast Holy Magic. And I have like a heal over time spell, so that will probably help. Yeah. Let's see how that goes. And I'm just gonna run away from you. I've had enough of those guys. But yeah, Black Myth Wukong looks fun. It looks like it's gonna be more action RPG oriented and less like of a Souls-like game. So it'll be nice to play a game that's not maybe hopefully like so super difficult. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because after the Elden Ring DLC, I think I ran through that like 3 or 4 times. I was like, I need to play games that are maybe a little more forgiving. Oh yeah, I need to be in the Umbral Dimension. Whoopsie. Damn it. Whatever. Let's try this. Rising out of the grave. I'm not 100% sure. Is it like a horror game or like a survival horror kind of thing? I'm a little bit, perhaps not well informed on games like that in my recent state of affairs, I guess. Yeah, I hate that healing spell. Rude. Alright, we need to get away from you. Left 4 Dead. I'm not 100% sure, honestly. Oh good, that spell wore off. Alright, he should be dead soon. Complain. Left 4 Dead. I know that's a series, and it's been around a long time. So I can't say I've played a lot of those games. I think I was more of a like Resident Evil kid. Oh, you're good. You do you. Let's see here. Let's put our normal gear back on. things love to follow you forever. Drives me bananas. Sometimes that thing will join in the fight really early and just start murdering me. Oh shit, I'm probably dead. Oh, it didn't kill me. Well, I'm gonna go back anyway. Oh shit, I haven't found a save spot yet. Never mind, I'm not going back. somewhere around here. I think it's right about Meower, actually.
I'll do. Now can I wait till I'll chop me on. He won't. Melchior, he's a fake and evil wizard. Those I fell down and when I won't, and he'd never leave. But not to worry.
Close. Oh well, but no cigar. Oof. Yeah, I knew that was going to be a little bit of a run back. Run. Yeah, I don't know what kind of boss can do, so... This guy does a lot of fire damage. Let's do that. Where'd that other one go? That makes your magic run out really fast. That's a hard one, honestly. I have seen some scary stuff in video games. I really, really hated Resident Evil 7, like the creepy daddy guy, like, I don't know what his name is. I'm bad at names. The guy who, like, cuts his hand off and it, like, grows back, like, ugh. I was like, I don't want you coming near me, sir. You need to find something else to do with your time. But Pyramid Head has always been an icky one for me. A lot of people didn't like this movie, but I really liked the Silent Hill live-action movie. I thought it was pretty good. But that game scared the shit out of me as a kid. Holy crap. I could not play Silent Hill unless it was like broad daylight and there was like another person in the room with me. Buddy. Like, I know there's not really anything there that's gonna murder me or whatever, but it's still like freaky enough to like mess with me. I'm still like, really good horror stuff like really like freaks me out. Like, I'm not immune. That's all I know. Shazam. I think Silent Hill Remake is coming out soonish, but I don't think anybody alive trusts Konami with anything at this point other than a pachinko machine, because those people, like, they just don't care about their IPs. They don't care about their employees. They don't care about anything other than pachinko machines, I guess. Which is so weird, but whatever. What do I know? I'm just an internet bunny. Alright, this is enough. Time to die. I know I need to look for those. Yeah, this thing. Weirdly enough, I think the scariest Silent Hill game I played is the one that was on the PSP. I don't remember the name. It might be called Ascension, but I literally could not play that game, like, at all. Even if it was broad daylight and someone was in the room with me, like, it freaked me out. Like, oof. Just so immersive. Like, I don't know. Like, I have mental health stuff going on, so, like, anything that makes me feel like the real world has become a scary, like, nightmare dimension is, it's a little too much. I try my best, but what can I say? Scary stuff gets to me sometimes. I don't know a ton about that. One thing that I did really like, though, was, the game Dead Cells, which is, like, a roguelike game. They got, like, a licensing deal going with Konami to put, like, Castlevania stuff in that game, which was really cool, and I liked it a lot, so... It's kind of weird, but, like, I've always kind of liked Castlevania, and I've never really been able to get into Metroid, even though they kind of have, like, similar game mechanics at play. Like, I just never really liked Metroid for some reason. I don't know. I think it's probably just due to my natural... I enjoy games, I think, more where I can stab people as opposed to shooting them. Like, I don't know why. It's just really weird. It's just who I am. At my core, I just want to stab things, I guess. I'm like, is that a gun? We don't need that in this game. Give me some knives, please. I think one of my favorite Resident Evils was 5, because I got to play with Sheva and use her bow instead of a gun. And the bow was also super powerful, which was kind of cool, but just a lot harder to aim with. I don't know why certain things are just more intriguing than others for me. Just chalk it up to some kind of undiagnosed form of autism. Who knows? Everybody's got their stuff that they like.
Yeah, and there might be one. That he was it, but he until who turned people. Find me that tool.
The one that took place on the ship. I think the only one that I haven't played all the way through is 6 and 7. I should give that a try. I have them both. 6 I just really couldn't get into. Usually when I say stuff like that, though, it's just because, like, if other games came out at the same time that I want to play a little bit more, then it's really hard for me to play a game when there's something that's more in my wheelhouse. Like if there's an SMT game, I'm playing it the day it comes out. Like, it's just... Those are the games that I really, really like. Same with most Final Fantasy games, too, that are, like, mainline ones. I'm gonna be playing that the first day it comes out, for the most part. So if something, like, releases in tandem with, like, one of those games, like, I'm just not probably gonna play the other one. Same for, like, Nier. Any Nier game, like Drakengard and Nier are the same series, roughly-ish, kind of. Actually, to be more fair, anything Yoko Taro makes is something that I'm probably going to play first day as well. Let's, make that a little bit more specified. One thing I really miss is Breath of Fire games. A lot of people hated the 5th one, but I liked it a lot. I know the 6th one was like a mobile game, and I think it was JP only, so I didn't get my hands on that. But I'm not a huge fan of playing mobile games anyway. And I didn't play the Nier version of the mobile game either, so... I don't know. I don't like anything that can follow me to work. It just is weird. That and just, I don't like gacha mechanics at all. Like, once you start telling me I need to pay to beat the game, I'm like, I'm over it. I just don't want to play it anymore right off the bat. Like, no thanks. Nice try. But it's not happening. Actually, I think I'm gonna save. I know there's a death enemy right there. Let's see how it goes. We'll kill the enemy first, and then we'll try to get the item. Yeah, they always do that. Yeah, I'm like a little older now, so certain things just don't like vibe with me anymore. Not that age is necessarily what makes that be the factor, but there's just certain things that like don't tickle me anymore, I guess. Oh yeah, I was going to put on my discovery rate stuff, and then bunny rabbit foots. Foots, feet, goodness. Wow. Darn, we still didn't get one of the rune things that they can drop. And I don't want to go in that room because there's a boss. I can fight that boss there, but you don't want to beat him yet because there's a special thing that you can get if you fight him with one of your buddies or whatever. It's all good. Let's see. Bombs. There you go. I need some more water. Oh shoot, I forgot to pick up the item first. That's a lot of stuff. Really? Alright, we're just gonna shoot him with magic. Oh, he's moving. Dang it. He's invincible. Whoa. They're just sending out the murder squad right now. There was something like up on this tower too. I'm running out of magic. Just in case. Ugh. I really don't remember what that item is, and I don't know that I want to risk my life to get it. I think we'll just leave it alone. Don't want to go in there, because that's where that boss is. played it. I don't know enough about it to say much. Honestly, I've never really heard anything good or bad about it. I'm aware of it, but I don't know much. Who am I? Everybody's trying to kill me. The video game. Oh boy, some more. So many friends. There's gotta be a place where I can break and save somewhere. Hopefully. Oh, yeah. No, we don't want to mess with that right this second. Enough of those yet? Oh, and you're trying to sneak up and get me from behind, huh? Classy. And I am dead, probably. Run. Death is coming. Don't want to go up there. There's definitely no place to save there. Oh shit, I just went in the boss arena. Well, I'm definitely dead now. Oh well. Yeah, this game is very much in line with a lot of the Souls games. There's a very wide selection of armor and weapons and stuff, which is really cool. Same for like the accessories, like the rings and the, I don't know what they call it in this game, talisman maybe? Yeah, we'll just call it a talisman. Oh shit, I'm like way far back. Okay. Lame. Yeah, like the, I like to use the Fextra Life website for Souls games because they do, I think, a really good job of categorizing everything. And if it's something that you're interested in, you can see a lot more of what the game has to offer there. But I like that there's like 3 schools of magic in this game. There's the Inferno magic, which is fire-based. Then there's Radiance, which is like... Yeah, see, I thought I had... That's weird that it didn't put me there and it put me in that other spot. Oh well. And then they have Umbral magic, which is like a flesh-eating kind of magic, which is kind of cool. I like that they did a little bit of different stuff with it, as opposed to just like copying what already exists. It's Mr. Spooky. Yeah, it's like holy magic, buffs, and healing. And then the Inferno stuff is like flame magic and buffs. And then Umbral mostly is just like negative status effects, but it also is like a flesh-eating magic. So it's like bad for organic life forms, sort of thing. Which is good for me, because that's most of what the enemies are. You are so rude, sir. You must die. I think I went down. So let's try that first. And see if we can get our souls back before we get murdered by all these lovely friends that we just made. They're trying to eat me. Alright. Sploosh. Yeah, pretty much. Kind of like that, but it's less a status effect and more just like its own damage type. In this game, one of the elements is Wither. It's what that gray stuff is, like at my health bar at the end of it. My hammer also does wither damage, so it doesn't take the health away from you at the first hit. It takes it away at the second hit, but you can get your health back if you're damaging enemies before you take that hit. And the same is true for the enemies as well, so it's definitely got its own kind of thing going on. All the friends we could make. How about I just run away? 'Cause I'm not in the mood for you, buddy. Ah! Oh, yay. Alright. They want to play and they're not taking no for an answer, I guess. And you keep dodging me. Rude. That's hitting me through a tree. Got a little bit of jank going on here. Alright, I don't want to be fighting all you at once. Let's just kill you one at a time. Alrighty, cool. I think you're dead now. Well, I'm playing this on New Game Plus, so I think I'm probably a little bit more well-equipped. Like, some of the stuff that you could have at this point in the game is not stuff that you would have. So, like, you're a little bit more diverse with your build-outs, but it does the same thing as in Souls games, where it gets harder with each subsequent playthrough as well. So I guess it's really kind of subjective. Because you also have, like, of course, you know, like, hopefully you retained some knowledge of, like, enemy placement and things like that, so that you're able to survive better, yada yada. And my memory is usually pretty good, but I'm not gonna say it's the best, because, yeah, it's not.
In light, we walk.
I tend to remember video game related things a lot better than I do, like, non-video game related things, so that's probably just because that's where my interests lie. If somebody tried talking to me about physics, I'd probably be like, what? Seriously, like, It's some kind of mild autism or something, who knows. I feel like that word gets thrown around too much, but I don't know how else to describe it. Like, video games just tickle my balls, I guess. I don't even, like, there's gotta be a better way to say that, but it's just how my brain works, I guess. I'm just a little bit of a silly head with certain things. We have... Do I have any other flame reducing stuff? No, we don't need that, do I? I guess it's fine for now. Oh yeah, I was gonna use like a healing spell, because this lady like lights you on fire and it does damage over time, so it's nicer to have like that be offset by some healing magic so that you don't get murdered as fast. But oh yeah, crap, I forgot. This lady has 3 umbral arc things, so like you have to... Oh no, dang it, it's not... She's not here yet. It's like the next corner, I think. Yeah, there we go. She has these like blue things you have to destroy before you can damage her. Yeah, and her flame magic can hit you from like all over the place. It's lovely. Oh, she has 4 this time. Oh, I'm out of magic. Awesome. Adam, can you stop lighting me on fire, please? I'm already gay enough. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh well. I haven't heard of that one, the Fallen Dynasty one. The one I have on my list is... I just labeled it as Wukong. Oh, Wolong Violent. I'm not a huge fan of Team Ninja. They push games out way too fast, in my opinion, and in a state that is kind of buggy. So they don't really take preface in my library of games that I like to play as often. Like, I know a lot of people liked Neo and Neo 2, but I don't know, I could never really get into the Team Ninja games. Hold on. Maybe it's a different game I'm thinking of then. Dynasty Warriors? I remember liking Dynasty Warriors a lot as a kid, but as an adult it's just like, those Musou games don't really do the same thing for me that they used to. It's kind of fun, like, destroying, like, a sea of enemies. But I almost feel like you're too powerful and that enemies almost kind of aren't, like, doing anything most of the time. Did her blue thing stay dead? Oh no, I just didn't go in the upper room, because I'm a genius. Dirt. Alright, maybe this time we can be smarter. She's trying to kill me. Adam, please don't kill me. I'm an innocent bunny rabbit from Bunny Town. Oh shit, I ran out of magic again. Oh my. I'm just a hot mess today. She has that stupid shield equipped too. That like flame shield. Oh yay. Alright, let's see. We can survive this time maybe. She's just dangerous. lighting me on fire. I have been meaning to, like, change my build around, though. Those are both for fire defense. Let's change my armor. I think, I know I have better fire defense stuff. Yeah, the Ruiner's gear is good for fire. So is the Lord, though. Lord's armor. Flagrant Sear. 70 is about the best we're gonna do in a helmet. Oh, 75. I know there's a Lord mask too, though. Oh, it's not as good. Okay. $54, 60. Good enough. Then, what else? Maybe I'll use something else. That doesn't seem to be helping me very much. I know she does burn and ignite stuff, status effects, so those can damage you pretty heavily really fast. I think ignite is the worst one, though. The one that is better to have more protection against. Guess we'll find out. Could get murdered some more, but that's okay. Oh yeah, and I need to go in here and have my magic up. And the first blue thing, I thought it appeared right there. Yeesh. Souls back, or whatever they're called. I think they're called Vigor in this game. Should be good to get this thing taken care of. Basically turns your whole health bar into wither, which is not ideal, because it means if you take the hit, you'll die. That suck. That was pretty close. But we did it. Let's go heal again. Yeah, I wish I liked those games more. They're all kind of the same to me. Like, Because there's Neo 1 and 2, there's Wolong, then there's the Final Fantasy Souls game. I think it's called Stranger of Paradise. They're just all a little too samey for me. It just feels like it's kind of like a looter shooter, but you don't have guns, like you're doing melee attacks. And that's not necessarily like what makes it bad. There's so many kinds of skills and so much randomized, like, what you'll get. I think that's part of the thing I don't like, is it's just very, like, all over the place in terms of, like, what you'll end up getting. And then I feel like they're just extremely unforgiving games. Like, with Souls games, it's like there's a strategy. You know, like there's gear or there's equipment or weapons or various other things out there that you can use to make the game easier. And I feel like with the Ninja Theory games or whatever, it's almost Team Ninja rather, it's just always like super random, like the loot that you get, and you can grind forever and not get the stuff that you need, and then like you'll run into bosses that you can't kill unless you just, like, get good, and it's like, I don't want every single boss to be this major roadblock that tests me for, like, 3 days. And I just feel like the Souls games aren't that challenging. Like, they're challenging if you're unwilling to change your build, sort of thing. They're not just outright hard, like, in that way. So, I don't know, I just have not gotten into them as much. But kudos, I mean, if people like them, they like them. Like, it doesn't mean I'm knocking the game or whatever. It's just, it doesn't, like, get me immersed, I guess, is the best way to put it. Like, if I can't get into it, like, I just can't get into it. Like, I can give reasons all day, but the real reason is, like, if I can't get into it, I just can't get into it. Like, what is over here? That lantern is glowing. I think it's just one of those, yeah. Those let you exit the Umbral Realm, and I don't need one right now, because I'm not in there. I know there's stuff over here, though. I was going to change my gear back, but there's plenty of fire elemental enemies in this area, so I think I'll just leave it for now. Oh yay, are you just charming. Yeah, I like that too. I feel like the Souls games do a good job of creating, like, atmospheres. And I think they do it in a way that, like, it looks spooky, but it isn't necessarily, like, freaking you out in, like, a horror kind of way. It's more like in a tension kind of way, which I like a little bit more, I think, because I think I said earlier, like, scary stuff, like, really actually scares me sometimes. Like, some people, I think, are just more susceptible to being freaked out by, like, supernatural kind of stuff. I think the movie that scared me the most the first time I saw it was, what the heck is it called? I know it's in my, like, list of movies on my computer. Goodness. It has, like, this song in it. Oh my god, that's so useless for information. Like, it's like, tiptoe to the window. It's like this, like, kind of happy sounding song, but, like, whenever the creepy enemy thing is near, like, it plays and it, like, I don't know how, like, a happier kind of sounding song like that ends up being spooky, but for me, it definitely just did somehow. I think there's actually stuff over here. Yeah, there's a umbrella gate. I think it starts with an I. As in, I can't fucking remember. You spooky bastards. Alright, yeah, that's what we're looking for. Gotta get rid of those creepy tentacles. There's usually at least two. Oh boy. Having trouble locking onto that thing. I don't think it's a clown. It's like a movie about demons, I think. Like, they're in a house for, like, most of the movie. And then this lady, like, takes him to the fuck you dimension, or whatever it's called. I'm just gonna call that the fuck you dimension, because it scares the shit out of me. And, yeah. I think, like, the kid gets sick because the demon's influence is so powerful in the house or something like that. I keep wanting to say, like, Inception, but, like, that's not what that movie is at all. Oh, boy. But, yeah, it definitely feeds back into my theory earlier about I suck at remembering things that are not video game related. It's really bad. What the hell was that? I hate those things. Get away from me. Oh yeah, there's two. Yeesh. Man, there's just all kinds of extra friends today. get out of here before they murder me. I think I need to go down and like across this. Yeah, that's what we need to do. There's another way across too, though, I think, over there. No, that one doesn't sound familiar either. Apparently, oh shit, I just... Yeah, good job, self. Guess I'll just jump into a ravine. I can probably find it, though. Let me see here. I know there's a sequel to it as well. Oh, Insidious. There we go. That's what that's called. That movie scared the hell out of me. We don't need to go that way. That way's backwards. Yeah, Insidious. That is definitely the one. I didn't think the sequel was as scary, though. That one wasn't as bad. But maybe other people thought it was more scary, I don't know. Alright, let's... Okay. More friends. And exploding bullshit. Alright, let's just explode that stuff. And... There we go. The spookiness. Ugh. Need water. I've definitely seen Final Destination, though. And as far as evil clowns go, that would be another movie that starts with I. That would be It. I liked the new It, the first one with the kids. The one with the adults was less good. It was just not as interesting to me, sadly. Let's get the jump on this guy before he starts trying to stab me. Oculus? I haven't seen that one. I get like... I feel like I don't have lots of free time. I mean, like, my video game time is my free time, of course, but it's also, like, stuff I do for my YouTube channel, too, so it is and it kind of isn't sort of a thing. There's all this mess everywhere. Oh, good thing I didn't fall off the hole again. Jeez. There's like another pulley thing somewhere. Yeah, I think this one I have to pull out this way first. There's an evil spooky ghost trying to kill me. Naughty ghost. Night time for you. But then, like, for some reason, like, that guy doesn't scare me. I don't know. It's, like, really weird. Like, the stuff that will or will not, like, freak me out. I haven't, like, figured it out at all. To be honest. Like, it's so bizarre. some stuff will just get me, and other stuff I'm just like, I don't get it, I guess. I don't know. It's totally random. Oh, yay. Look at those friendly boys shooting fireballs at me. Alright. This is rude, and you have to die now. Nah. You're going down, buddy. One of us is. And it ain't gonna be me, hopefully. Halloween. I think, I know my friend in my Discord got really into, like, a Texas Chainsaw, like, online game that a lot of people were playing for a minute there. I forget the name of it, though. It's probably just Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something. But Jamie Lee Curtis and Halloween and stuff like that. I always liked the Michael Myers movies, because I always thought they were kind of funny. They were a little bit less scary to me and a little bit more kind of humorous, because the guy's like, he just like is always teleporting like right behind people, like regardless, like, and he's walking slow everywhere, and like the people are like full-fledged like running away, and he's just like, oh yeah, I must have taken a different secret path because I'm like right behind you, and I took like 4 footsteps. It always just cracked me up for some reason. Like, he's also like scary in a way, but like he also just kind of amuses me because he's like, I don't know, he just teleports or something. Like, that's what I meant earlier when I said like certain things are just like they're supposed to be scary, but they just don't register for some reason. I don't understand personally like why these things happen, but like my brain just does shit like that, I guess. It is what it is. It's a mystery. Like that old man in the cave in Zelda. It's a mystery to everyone. Even me, who lives in my own brain. Oh, goodness. The old age. It's coming to murder me. It's right over there. I see it lurking in the shadows. I'm not even really that old, but like, I don't know. It's just my sense of humor. My mortality amuses me for some reason, even though that would like be scary as well. I'm just like, yeah. It's coming to get me. I know there's some dude, I think his name's Dustin or something, that's down here somewhere-ish. There's this really, like, funny, like, I think it's called Scream Queens. It's supposed to be, like, a funny, scary thing. Stuff like that I really find amusing as well, because, like, it's nice when, like, whatever the scary tension is that gets built up, and then, like, also there's, like, funny stuff to kind of, like, make it a little bit less creepy, I guess. His, like, slow walks.
Hello, Lampy. A nice man with a little moustache taking Melchior to... And look, that's a good sign, that. Melchior, I don't know what problem... He'll sort everything out when I find him. Blimey, ain't half warm round here, though. The inserts and the fools are getting sleepy. Isn't that right, pal? See? I feel like I could run him. No monster better getting me. For them. Look out, baddies. Look out, baddies.
I really hated the Freddy Krueger as a kid. Like, that was the ultimate in scariness for me when I was like 6 years old. But as an adult, like, he doesn't really scare me. I'm just sad that people were mean to him because he has burns on his face now. Like, it's just like, ugh. When I grew up, there was this lady that had like a really bad birthmark on her face. And people were just really mean to her, and like kids would be like afraid of her for no reason and stuff. And I think like my outlook kind of changed after meeting her, because it's like I could see how that would really suck to have like an injury on your face, because it's just like the most presentable thing, I think, about people in like their real lives, like outside of the internet world or whatever. Like, so I feel like when people have stuff that's like really obvious on their face, like, it's really unfortunate, because I feel like people just are afraid, or like, I don't know. It's kind of like Disney, bad guy Disney syndrome. Like, I think Disney like made a lot of like his bad guys like uglier, like not attractive looking. So I think like people, like kids especially, would like associate people that are like unattractive or whatever like with enemies or like bad things. So like shit like that kind of annoys me. I'm like, can we all be better than this, please? Like, come on, we can do better as a society or whatever than that. Like, that kind of stuff just drives me bananas. But I don't know. I think I was a kid that like got made fun of a lot, and then I kind of like started doing volunteer work with kids. So like the in Big Brothers Big Sisters. So like when anything like is bad, like, or just like manipulative, like with kids, like shit like that, just really, it takes me from like 0 to like pissed off in very little time, in record speed. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I remember, like, the Wayans brothers have made probably some of like the funniest comedy in the last like 20 years, maybe even longer than that, honestly. Like, because they did Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, which was like making fun of like those hood movies. And then they made all the scary movies, and then they made White Chicks, which White Chicks is just a comedy classic. Like, it, for me, that's like one of the funniest movies of all time. Like, I just can't get enough of it. It just has so many ridiculous lines. And I feel like it does like a really good job of highlighting like kind of like how subvertively like racist that white people are. Like, it's just super funny to me. And I think like what makes it so amusing too is just like that they're so aware of like what those things are. Like, it just cracks me up. Like, and they're also not like rude about it or whatever. It's just like, it's, you can't make things better unless you're willing to be a better person yourself, I think. So that's one thing I've always found really amusing about their humor, is just that it's very like, it's forgiving. They're not trying to like paint everybody as like some horrible person or whatever. Dang it, I forget how I got over there. We'll find out eventually. Now I'm falling in holes again. I'm just a habitual hole faller inner guy. Like, is that a hole over there? Let's fall in it. It'll be just fine for some reason. It is kind of funny though, because I think like some of the newer movies have been more like they lean into like being campy and are more like a comedy in a way. Like there was like a Leprechaun in Space movie that's actually pretty funny. And then I think like Jason X. So there's like a couple Jason movies that they're just like yeah, it could be scary maybe, but they just kind of like leaned into the camp factor and made it like more amusing and funny. I don't get why, but like that cross like genre like bending of like archetypes or tropes or whatever you want to call it, like it just works really well in my opinion. It's that stupid thing that's making everybody invincible. Alright, we've had enough of you, sir. I am all good on that. Let's start murdering all these bitches. It is murdering time. You dirty whore. That enemy has a grab attack that if it touches you, you cannot get away. Like there's... I just hate grab attacks in games like this. Sometimes they can be kind of like amusing, but in this game they're just like... And we're gonna do it twice. Beautiful, I love it. Thanks. Rude. The rudeness. It's hammer time. But I think that's why, like, there's been more dramedies and stuff that have gotten popular, because, like, I think ultimately it's just nice to, like, have a break. I don't think anybody wants to, like, experience pure drama. That's really hard to say. I mean, I don't, know that, obviously. I feel like I might have to figure that one out. Like, because I don't know which one is writing which, or like, you know, that sort of thing. I think they're both very funny. They're both funnier than me, that's for sure. Let's... Oh no, I'm gonna fall in another hole. How do I get out of here? Have to kill you. You've been too naughty and too spooky. So we gotta bash your head in with a hammer, I guess. It sounds actually really, like, scary. I think I'd be maybe more scared of somebody if they're trying to, like, bash my head in with a hammer than, like, trying to shoot me.
I just can't. It's not the darkness.
I feel like that's just like...
It's the things the darkness shows you.
Like, if you're shooting me with a gun, like, maybe it's nothing personal, but, like, if you're trying to bop me in the head with a hammer, like... Like, I've done something to you. Like, I've offended you in a past life or something. Because that's fucking hardcore. Like, in the context of a video game, it's, like, amusing, but, like, if in real life, like, that would be fucking awful. No thank you. No thank you to the max. You dirty, dirty bastard. I'm just getting murdered. And I still haven't found another spot to, like, checkpoint, rather. Alright. This time we're gonna survive, maybe. Potentially. Theoretically. the guy that stole my souls. How do I keep missing? Okay. Everybody wants my tasty, tasty souls. Aha, there you are. I don't like you, sir. I do not like you one bit. There we go. Of course. More friendos. Alright, I think we're maybe in a slightly safer place. Okay, here we go. My eyes, everything's on fire. I don't know. I think it's, I feel like a lot of kind of horror movies mix, like, sexual tropes with horror. And I think it's because, like, sexuality kind of is looked at as, like, a personal thing. So I think it's more like, what's creepier, like, some random homicidal person, or like, some random homicidal person that also, like, spies on you while you're in the bathroom. Like, I think it, like, kind of amps up the fear factor, especially, like, for females, because I think there's more of a, like, creepy guy, like, fear factor thing than there is with dudes. Like, who is really even spying on dudes? Like, I don't think anybody is. Like, maybe they are, I don't know. But I feel like that's just not as pervasive of a worry with guys as it is with females, maybe. And I feel like the Halloween series has always been, like, more like the element of, like, there's a boy stalker and there's a girl, like, victim sort of thing. So maybe that's partly, like, what feeds into that. But I'm no media analysis expert, that's for sure. Though I do like to claim to be sometimes. There's better people out there for that, though, for sure. Than me. I have my opinions, and some people might like them, and other people might want to, I don't know, stalk me in the bathroom or something. Oh no, is that another one of those shooty guys? Where is he? Okay, he's on the other side of that barrier. I think that is a way we can go. I think it kind of, like, insinuates that not only is he there to maybe kill you, but, like, also to do other things as well. Like, maybe he's gonna molest or rape or something, so I think the fear kind of becomes, like, a little bit more visceral when it's like, not only am I going to be physically harmed, but, you know, maybe I'll also have this unwanted attention sort of a thing. Yeah, like, that's kind of how I view it. I think viewing it from the lens of a dude, it's like maybe... Like, I wouldn't think that. I don't know. It's weird, because, like... I just don't view... And maybe it's just because I'm a guy, and maybe I'm just, like... I've met a lot of good people that would never do stuff like that, so I don't... I don't know. But, like, I think, like, dudes kind of have, like, this unspoken kind of bro code, so they don't, like, think of things through the lens of a woman as often. Because, you know, it's like, oh, we're bros, like, we're not gonna do shit like that to each other, sort of a thing. But, like, women are, like, afraid of that stuff, so... Fears can be different based on kind of, like, your past experiences, you know, like... If something did happen to you like that, like, that's probably the first thing you're gonna think of, is like... Oh my god, somebody's looking in through my window, like, they're not here to be, you know, besties, they're here to, like, try to do stuff to my special zone. Oh my gosh. Like, it's funny, there was this video on YouTube of, like... I think the title was, like, Bro is too innocent for his own good or something. And... he was, like, on a stream with his girlfriend, and somebody was like, lights on or lights off? That's what they asked the guy. And the guy immediately answers. He's like, oh, the lights have to be on. You don't want to get eye strain while you're playing video games. And his girlfriend looked at him like he was on drugs. And I was like, why is she looking at him like that? Like, because I was thinking the same thing. And then I was like, oh, they meant, like, maybe lights on or lights off, like, during sex or something. And it just cracked me up immediately, because I was like, okay, maybe he's not the only one that's, like, a little too innocent to, like, understand some of this stuff, I guess. Just shit like that cracks me up. Because I think, like, we live in a world where everybody's like, oh, everyone's out to get me, you know, this whole world's just a bad place or something, and then, you know, you have, like, people that are just wholesome or innocent or whatever, and it's like, aw. It's not all bad, everybody. It can be if you wish to simply focus on things that are bad, but... Oof. It's not a great way to have a good mental health day. I can say that for sure. Alright, I don't like you. I don't like you, dude. You're rude. Every single one of the things you're doing is rude. Yeah, you brought your own girlfriend. Alright. It's just the rude party. I'll fight both of these things at once. Yeah, that's why. Because she'll just pull bullshit like that. The rudeness. Oh, they killed me. Yeah, I think it's, it means different things to different people based on their experiences. It's kind of strange, but, like, I feel like guys don't really, like, kill each other unless they're put in a circumstance of, like, war or survival. Like, dudes just aren't, like, beating each other to death, like, out in public like that. I just feel like there's a lot of people that are a lot more wholesome than the media maybe wants to give them credit for. Like... I just also don't think, like, that living your life like everything is something to be feared is a great way to live either, so... Like... why do you want to think everybody's trying to murder you all the time? But those people might say to me that I'm being naive because, you know, who knows what serial killer thinks I would look extra tasty or something. But I would be like, thankfully nobody's ever given me a reason to think that I'm about to be serial killed, so I guess I don't think of life in those terms. But I think there is a very more real fear of, like, straight men that have a daughter and they don't want their daughter to get pregnant, so there's like this, all guys only want one thing and it's disgusting kind of a conversation that happens. Because, like, guys don't want to view their daughter as some, like, skank hoe that's no longer a virgin, I guess, and it's just, like, there's this puritanistic, like, look at sex that just isn't right, in my opinion, like, but is, like, a gay guy where I think, like, gay people are a lot more open about speaking about sex, and, like, I think gay dudes in general, like, if you think of, like, between, like, a straight woman and a straight man, there's, like, maybe, like, people will view the woman as kind of, like, the gatekeeper to sex sort of a thing, like, it's like, oh, if everybody was a guy, there's no gatekeeper, like, everybody's horny all the time, sort of a thing, kind of aspects to it. It's intriguing, like, no two people are really the same, but, you know, some people have fears of certain things, and, like, I feel like the Republican Party thinks gay people, like, want to rape dudes all the time, and I'm like, this is not happening, like, in reality, like, at all, so your fears might be kind of unfounded, sort of a thing. I don't know. And I think there's a lot of, like, what is the word I'm looking for here? Like, people being afraid of, like, pedophiles. In the context of, like, they're afraid that their, like, little girl will get molested, but, like, if you look at, like, actual pedophiles, like, they don't care about the gender of your child, it's more about control. Like, people that are more likely to be a pedophile are also more likely to commit elder abuse and things like that as well, so, like, it's not about the gender as much as it is about a disparity of power, sort of a thing, so it's just interesting. Like, I feel like people levy these hates upon one another without actually, like, doing any, like, kind of basic research, and it makes everybody kind of look like a fool at that point. It's like, you might not want to talk about topics you know nothing about, sort of a thing. And I try to do that myself. I'm like, if I don't know anything about something, I'm not gonna, like, throw myself into a conversation and pretend like I'm an expert about it, like. But I think there has always been and will always be a very real, like, fear sexuality kind of a thing, trope in horror. Especially when it's like, this one's a girl and this one's a boy, sort of a thing. Quit trying to murder me. What did I ever do to you? Yeah. And I think, like, with media, you kind of have to explore these different, kind of dimensions of fear with horror, because otherwise, really, you're just making the same thing over and over again, and it'll get kind of boring or old, or, like, people will stop watching it, sort of a thing. So you kind of gotta, like, add layers to things to keep it interesting over time. Otherwise, the whole genre probably isn't doomed, but, like, you'll not want to watch horror movies maybe every, you know, couple of months when they come out or whatever. There's definitely a very real aspect of capitalism on top of that. And I mean, people make entire careers just critiquing media. Which is kind of crazy. I wish I was one of the people that worked critiquing media. But I feel like when I start levying my own criticisms against media, I'm kind of like... I get like this feeling that other people have already said these things about this piece of media before, and then it kind of makes me feel like my insights aren't particularly unique, and therefore, like, since they're not unique, they don't necessarily need to be, like, aired out or something. So, I don't know, like, that's how I view my own criticisms. I'm like, somebody said this shit before, sort of thing. So I try not to just be, like, only viewing things from a critical lens, because it just gets kind of, like, old. Like, if you're only looking for reasons to not like something, like, at that point, like, it might, you know, wear on, like, the thing that is your hobby. And I'm not trying to, like, change my hobby into my job 100%, because, I don't know, once you cross those lines between, like, this is my hobby and this is a professional endeavor, I feel like you end up maybe not finding your hobby as enjoyable. Especially if you're putting it in, like, a public kind of forum, because now, like, other people are going to respond to your critiques of that media and think you've had some bad takes, and, you know, they might have really good reasons why, and then you might feel like you're dumb. It's like a whole big circle of life sort of thing. Like, my brain just goes down rabbit holes like that all the time. Like, I am just an overthinker. So, I try not to, put myself in positions where people are gonna overthink my shit to death. Because I already do that, and, like, I don't want to, like, deal with more of it coming from an external source, sort of a thing. It just kind of gets old. But, I mean, it's amusing. Like, it even happens, with my guide videos that I post on YouTube. People will, like, get mad at me because I didn't phrase things in a way that they understood it the first time. And, like, I always thought, like, there's so many guide videos, and, like, now that I've been making them for a while, it's like, not only does there need to be, like, multiple different takes of the same kind of, like, explanation, because people learn or think about things in a different way, like, sort of thing. So, like, it's kind of changed my perspective, I guess, a little bit. I don't know if any of that even makes sense. I kind of ramble sometimes. But, yeah. Life is interesting. I try to see the good stuff in it when I can, and yada yada yada. Magic, but I had the wrong button pressed, I guess. Whew. Me oh my. That, I'm kind of falling asleep a little bit here at the wheel. But that's cool. We got to the next boss, so I'll be ready to do that probably tomorrow-ish or today-ish, like around the same time. My sleep schedule's been a little wacky lately, so... But yeah, if you ever want to, like, chat more, all my videos on YouTube have my Discord link in there, so you could always, like, pop in and chat, or I know you said you were like looking at videos that you thought I might potentially think was interesting, or maybe I read that wrong, I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely around if you want to say hi, so have a good evening, and we will catch you in the next one.